Hey, good morning, guys. It's July the 8th right now, so we are in July, and here's an update on my Manila rootstocks that began. The rootstocks were planted in 2019. So, I mean, they're about 6 years old, at least 6 years old in the ground. Maybe it was in the pot from 1 year at most, maybe. So, it's getting to about 7 years, I would say. Most of the fruits on this, I did not let it hold. So I didn't really do any spraying. I did some spraying at the end to kind of just control some of the disease, and if anything held, that would be great. If not, that was okay too. So right now everything is flushing. Everything looks like it's great. It's going to be a lot different the next video you see, because I think all these kind of prune off branches is going to be flushed out. It's going to be a lot more bushy, a lot more branches. So I wanted to catch this before that happens. It's probably going to happen pretty soon. You can see everything's kind of pushing right now. Let's kind of go and take a look at everything, see how it is. I'm not going to highlight everything, but I'll try to highlight some of the stuff that was interesting. So this was the Dolores. I thought I was going to have a lot of fruits on this, but they all kind of fell out. They all kind of nubbins, but like I said, I did not do a great spraying program on this. I sprayed it towards the end, just to kind of control any kind of disease or powdery mildew. But I did really think the fruits was going to hold, but they all kind of fell. They all kind of nubbins, didn't really do anything. But it's flushing out really nicely right now. So that's Dolores. Let's see. Here's Little Gem right here. Hoping that kind of flushes out. I have a Sunrise right here. A Sunrise might have a couple of fruitlets. So see if this holds on to it. I was trying to hold this because I never had tasted one before, so that's trying to get a chance to taste it. I did get to try a few in Florida, so the ones I tried in Florida, I don't think they were at the peak flavor. They weren't that great. So this is Sunrise right here. This is Super Julie right here. And this one, if you guys notice, I had removed tons of branches. I didn't like the way it was growing. It was just like not growing really right to me. So on lots of these little small pushes, some of it I will be removing. I don't need that many branches on it. Anything that's kind of growing, down, that's going to definitely be moved. Anything that's like too dense, I'll probably be removing it too, especially if it's like too many branches all together like this, something like that. I don't think I need this small little branch right here. It's coming out. I'll be doing a bit of cleanup on this afterwards, because I do want it to branch, but I don't want like a dense kind of branching on that. That's just gonna weigh it down, and it's just like the structure won't be it. So here's some sweet tart pushing, looking really good. See, for example, something like this, I don't really need this to be growing this sideways. I'm gonna try to keep all the other ones going up. I do like the branching that goes up, and my experience has been like fewer branches has been like I get much more stronger branches. When it's so many branching at the same area, the branches seems to be just a lot weaker. So it's not really something I need. Same thing with this. I'm not gonna go through all this with you on this, but I'll be doing that kind of cleanup on this. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the grafts that I have. That's a little bit more recent. That's taking. This is M4, and this is taking right now, which is great. I'm trying to get a lot more M4 into my yard, and it's definitely a variety. At this early stage of it, I am recommending it to a lot of you guys. I think it's a good option for the coconut flavored. Amongst all the coconut flavored one, it's probably the better growing one of it. And here's a peach cobbler. I think this one's a Fallon. So lots of stuff that's kind of growing out. Here's the next tree. Let's take a look at this. Alfonso right here is flushing out. This is Brian's kind of amazing peach cobbler ceiling. So this has leafed out. Let's see, here's a, I think this is a Brahm Chimera. Valencia Pride. Here's some Maha right here. Maha always has this nice, strong, vigorous branching. This is a raw honey right here. Let's see what else I got here. This is a Sindri right here. And Safida Lucknow right here. Looking good. There's a fruitlet right there. I don't know if you guys could see it. It was showing up. I'll try to get a better angle of it from the other side. Oh, here's a Golden Queen. These are all nubbins, and as you can see, some of it's cracking. I'm gonna be picking all this off. Kind of just gonna eat it green. It's definitely beginning to crack. So this is the Golden Queen. Some of it looks like it might hold, just not crack. But either way, they're still pretty much nubbins. I'll probably be picking this off after this video. And here's part of the rootstock. You can see it's getting hit pretty hard with powdery mildew. Powdery mildew right there. It's all white. Had a few grafts here that's kind of took. That's kind of hopefully be a bit interesting. Here's another M4, looking good. M4 has these nice like orange leaves. There's a Juliet that's blooming. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna just probably, I might just let it see if it fruits or anything like that. Here's Ambrosia. This one, I'm trying to get a picture of the fruitlets for you guys. There's a fruitlet there, fruitlet there. Ambrosia was a very vigorous grower. I've been trying to kind of keep it from getting too vigorous, from outgrowing everything else, and it seems to I seem to have kind of kept it under control, and hopefully the rest of everything else catches up to it. Here's a Pineapple Pleasure. Here's a Diamond. I still haven't got any nubbins or anything from Diamond, so Pineapple Pleasure. Here's two grafts. I hope you guys could see right here. The sun's kind of a bit in the way, and this is a Keo Jun from Cambodia. I got this from my buddy right before he retired and took off to France. So he's retiring in France. He's probably the only one I know who has a graft of this in the United States. So this is a pretty old, kind of old variety from Cambodia. I grafted this as a dormant scion. These scions was very dormant. No bud push or anything like that, and I'm just glad to see it. I'm glad to see it kind of growing out really well. I do have a few other grafts of this, but it's been just a slow grower. So I'm hoping maybe this placement of this one on a more kind of apic, more higher branching might give it a bit more vigor. We'll see. So this one is again Keo Jun from Cambodia. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go on to the next tree right here. Okay, let's see what's here. It has a few sweetheart that looking pretty good. This one looks like it's about to crack. This one looks odd. It looks like a nubbin, but it's definitely looks like it's about to crack. Here's an N12, very, very pretty looking flower fruiting so far. N12. Here's a Giselle. I got one, no, we got two that's holding on. Two that was holding on. All the Saint-Alone fell off. And here's a orange sherbet. I'm gonna probably have to do some pruning on this. It's kind of been growing weird. I don't know, it's caught some kind of disease or something. Here's like some of the tip of it. It's almost like it's burnt and stuff. So I'll be cutting this off. But at least this one's growing up nicely. Let's see. Not sure if I had anything else that held. There was stuff that held here, but I think they all end up dropping. Yeah, they all ended up dropping. And here's the rootstock. Some fruits from the rootstock right here. Oh, here it goes. Here goes some Angie. I don't know if they're gonna make it, but let's see. Okay. Alright, let's keep on going. I'm not gonna go through this one. This one's been kind of like struggling. Nothing's really doing anything at this point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll provide more detailed update if stuff starts getting more lively. It's just has pretty much struggled the last couple of years. I usually do my part in terms of pruning and grafting. And next tree is a St. Mary. You can see the leaves coming up. And this is one of the clear indication as St. Mary. It has beautiful leaves. Look at this. It's like this reddish neon, pinkish, reddish pinkish neon coloring. It does seem to get this in full sun. I have some friends that have grown it in greenhouses, and the leaves didn't really seem to develop much of this bright coloring. It was kind of a bit more brownish and green. So that was kind of interesting to see. I think some varieties get affected by being exposed to sun into the leaves, and some probably don't. So some varieties will probably be the same color no matter whether it's in full sun or shade. But this one definitely seems to be affected by the sun. So here it is. Very, very pretty leaves. The tree itself, I mean, I did this. This is the one variety in here that I did spray to try to make it hold fruit. I did several spraying on it. Probably started with about a dozen fruits. They kept on whittling down. There's like 3 good sized ones now. I think these are gonna make it. But the other ones just kind of end up thinning itself out, you know. Even like this one looks yellow. I think this one, and the ones that did thin themselves out too, they didn't look like nubbins. They looked like a really healthy fruit, and they even had like embryos in it. Like this one, I could tell it's probably going to have an embryo, I think. Let me go ahead. Yeah, see that embryo right there? So it's definitely not a nubbin. But yeah, I mean, most of it all thin itself out. There's only like 3 fruits on here now. So it's definitely not, I would say it's definitely doesn't seem to be as productive. Vigorous growth, bit disease prone. Also not productive, at least in my area. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to need a few more years to kind of really determine how productive or not productive it is. Okay, let's keep on going. Here's Ceci Love, which I did some major pruning, as you kind of recall earlier, just trying to get more vertical growth going on this. As you can see, it did push out some growth, but it's still kind of weak growing. So not a variety that has gotten a lot of attention in the last year, but not one I would recommend for California. Here's a Fallon. I think this is a Fallon. Let me double check my tags. Yes, this is a Fallon. Thai green eating variety. Most of the Thai varieties I have grown has not been, especially the green, crunchy, sweet, while it's still green, is crunchy and sweet. It's has not been very vigorous growing or very disease resistant. I'm still going through a bunch of them that I could get my hands on, but nothing has really kind of shined as like a good recommendation for us here in California. Let's see what else. else I got here? Here's a graft. It's doing really nice, really vertical growing. This is a lemon zest seedling, but it's definitely the hybrid. It's a selection I picked out for. I grafted it on this, hoping that it will produce some early fruiting, so I could kind of at least know. So this is the first year so far. Has not produced any kind of flowers, which is good, but it has grown quite a bit. Look at the growth on this, and very strong Indian Alfonso smell on the leaf. So we'll see what kind of fruits this will produce. Okay, let's see what else. There is a few more fruits I have. This is my California Remit. So very productive. You know, just have to make sure you spray a little bit, and then it just set some fruit. So look at this. Yeah, very nice. Excellent green sour eating mango. Not a great ripe mango due to the fiber content, but good flavor. It's almost like my insurance. It's almost like my insurance mango for myself here in my area. I get good fruit sets on them. Good. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, let's check this out. This tree I need to kind of put a stake and pull it. Like the wind did a number on it this winter. Just kind of push it, and it's been kind of heavy, lopsided to one side. There's a bit too much branching on this side, not enough on the other side, so it's been kind of leaning. Definitely to kind of sort out the shaping on this, but yeah, I mean, what do I got? I got Bombay on here, Dupree Saigon. Here's a Bombay fruitlet that looks really good. Trying to get yeah, looks really good right here. There's Bombay. Here is a Golden Queen. This is a huge fruit already right now. The shape still looks off to me, so I don't know if this is going to get any larger, but this is the largest fruit that I have right now in my yard. It is huge, and it's because it's because the first bloom set. The first bloom set, and instead of producing nubbin, you know, I did spray some of this at certain times. Instead of producing a nubbin, it produced this huge healthy fruit, or maybe semi-healthy. I do get sometimes what are stuff that's in between a nubbin, which has no embryo, and a healthy fruit, which I think I will let this ripen this year, but I would think that this has an aborted embryo, so like a pea-sized shriveled up aborted embryo. And that happens sometimes, and those fruits tends to be quite healthy in terms of size. It's usually in between. It's usually like 3/4 the size of a regular sized fruit. That's been my experience with those. But here it goes, Golden Queen. Hopefully nothing knocks this up. I gotta figure a way to. I don't think the branch is gonna break just because it's only one fruit. But maybe I'll try to think of something to stake it up. So, here's the rest of those branches. I need to push. Some other stuff still dormant. I did make some new grass. I think they might be taking. Oh, here's another M4 that bloomed several times this winter. I'm glad to see that. I think it's pushing vegetation. There's a lemon zest that also bloomed, but some of these buds are pushing vegetation now. So looking pretty good, So alright, I'm gonna just keep on going. Here's my cack, and I did do spraying on the cack, so but nothing really set that well for me. There was one huge fruitlet here, but I think some animal or my cats knocked it out. So, but there is still some more, and I'm gonna be removing even more branching on this cack. The cack has just been so vigorous. Like this whole branch, I need to just kind of take it off. The cack has been just so vigorous. I prune it and prune it. It just keeps on growing really well. The only problem is that I think it needs a lot more spraying than I initially thought. But pretty much overall disease resistant. But I think it needs a little bit somewhat consistent spraying, not just once or twice, maybe a few more times than that. Here's some fruitlets right here. These look pretty good. Some more fruitlets and cap right here. And some more right here. So definitely something's hoping something will hold onto this. Here's my cotton candy. I did a major pruning on this just because I did not like the way it's growing. I don't know if this is gonna make it. Sometimes I do that. It reinvigorates it and it grows. Sometimes it just, you know what, dies back, and that's okay. I had a Iman Passan graft on the other tree that just kind of died back after a heavy kind of pruning on it like that. So let's see. I mean, it's just kind of heavy pruning. I never really tried on single branching grafted varieties. I've only done it on like a tree that had several. That was mostly that variety. So let's see. I'm hoping this will start to push some growth and stuff, but if not, that's okay too. It's a cotton candy. Oh, here's Super Julie. Look at this one, had like a tiny mixed bloom on it. So okay, let's take a look at this. Lots of stuff going on here. This is mostly gram. Oh, this fruitless right here. This is gram. These are second blooms, and I'm gonna just let it fruit. You know. Here's a Florigon. There's a Florigon that looks like a nice healthy fruit, but I'm getting hit by quite a bit of ants. I sprayed this area several times. I think I need to spray again. So much ants on here. There's some more gram. The Florigon looks like I think I only have that one fruit. Everything else here. Not much else here. I've been making a bit more graft on the suckers on this rootstock that's been coming up. And so I think that is about it. That's about my update on this. Yeah, that's the update for this month. I think by next month it's going to be a lot of vegetation, lots of branching that you see. A lot of those going to get kind of get filled out in terms of the shape of the branching and bushiness of the tree. But yeah, so far I think it's looking pretty good. Well guys, thanks for tuning in and checking this out. Till next time.